Hi, my name is Robert Atkins, and for this project, I have chosen grievance discussion case 2, full consideration of seniority and ability. The role I chose is human resources manager for the Picasso Company. We are currently a paint gun factory that operates 3 shifts daily, with a second and third shift with second and third shift leaders. The want is for a first shift leader by our employees, and what we had done to conduct a search for these was asked our employees to give factory manager Sharon Murphy a list of who they thought the most would be the most capable to do this on first shift. And with the help of Miss Murphy, Sharon Murphy, and the employees, they were able to come up with a list of employees that they believed had the best qualifications for a first shift leadership job. The position was posted and 2 applicants were selected: first class machinist Robert Elder and second class machinist Mary Younger. Both were interviewed. Also interviewed by Supervisor Hatch, not only factory manager Sharon Murphy, and by both Murphy and Hatch, Younger was picked as a first shift leader. Overall getting Robert Elder upset and forcing him to file a grievance with the company for not picking the senior employee. What we did was we picked the two highest ranking seniority personnel for frontrunners. The job was posted for 3 days. Both were interviewed extensively and fair, and we even asked for outside help when coming with the decision. There's not much more we could do. Our goal was to pick the best person for the first shift, and I believe we did so. My personal thoughts: the right decision was made. There were very few doubts about Elder's leadership capabilities. There were doubts about Elder's leadership capabilities. There was things that we believed that he was too worried about how people thought about him as a leader than Younger, who seemed to embrace the leadership role and want to be a leader, which is ultimately what led her to getting the job. She even expressed that in her interview that she would like to be a leader. So she was ultimately given the job. Everything was done by code, and it was a fair promotion. How we developed our decision was off of section 20.1 and 20.4, which I'll get to in the next slide what those are. Everything was done clean. Both were interviewed the same, and Younger was just found to be the better qualified and had better leadership capabilities. Not saying that Elder was a bad employee, because he wasn't. He always did what he was told, and always was here on time, doing what he had to do. But it was the fact that he wanted to be more of a friend than a leader is ultimately what led him not to get the position, even though he was senior over Younger. In section 20.1, it states that in all other circumstances beside leadership positions, the vacancy must be posted for 3 days. Even though it says that it doesn't need to be 3 days because this is a leadership position, we made sure that we had those 3 days in our interview process. We interviewed for 3 days, and then after that, the selection wasn't made for 10 days after that. So we thoroughly took our time. It was a tough decision. Both these employees were above average in what we wanted. One had one thing that we wanted, the experience, and the other had the qualifications. And even though the experience is something that everybody wants, Mrs. Younger wasn't that much farther behind in her experience and had the qualifications. The next section that I'd like to incorporate into this is 20.4 that states that leadership positions, the corporation agrees to give full consideration to seniority and the qualifications of the employee, which is like what I just said. We gave the seniority a thought. We gave Elder, we liked his experience, but the qualifications were above that for us. We wanted the qualifications in. We just believed that the qualifications outweighed the experience, and that's what Murphy and Hatch also agreed on. My decision, my thoughts on everything. The top 2 senior employees were chosen for the new leadership position. Both were interviewed, looked at their prior work problems and how they handled them. Elder had some problems in the past, which led to Younger being the better overall candidate for the job. Younger was a better leader, a better communicator, and it had better interpersonal skills. And on first shift, those are the things most possible that need to be there. We needed that. We needed a good leader. We needed a good communicator. We needed someone with top interpersonal skills that can communicate, because you're going to be dealing with the most people on first shift. On third shift, Elder was having problems with his communication and his wanting to be more of a friend than a leader. So Younger was the decision. In conclusion, Elder's grievance against the company is not strong. The hiring process was handled very well by Mrs. Murphy. She went to everybody she needed to talk to, did everything that she needed to do. Everything was done by the collective bargaining contract. Both employees were evaluated equally. And we even, like I said, seeked outside input from other and supervisor that essentially led to this. And what we could do to ease it on Mr. Elder is still allow him to keep his first-class machinist job and assist Mrs. Younger when she's unable to do her duties. Maybe give him if he really wants to stay on first shift, give him as a first-class machinist to Mrs. Younger as the leader. Or we can move him to another shift and give him a premium there, whatever he would like better. Also, we could increase his pay to the point where he's making more than before, but not as much as Younger, because otherwise it wouldn't make very much sense if he's getting paid but Younger's doing the work. It wouldn't be fair. And that's it for my case and my lecture. Have a good day.